Hi everyone. Happy February. I've received some intuitive hits to do a Reiki meditation for the collective. Today marks the season of Embolic, the pagan season, meaning the return of life, return of light. It's a celebration as well. Who doesn't need a little more celebration and a little more light and love and peace and hope in their life right now? I thought this was the perfect time to infuse the little things that I can do to raise the vibration in the collective. So tonight's Reiki meditation, I'm going to be going through the 7 famous chakras top to bottom, with the intention of helping guide anyone who listens to bring more light into their chakras, and hopefully helping them to raise their vibration and bring more light into their life. It'll help me too. So win-win. If you'd wish to stick around for this Reiki meditation, I encourage you to use headphones where my voice is really quite soft. Find a quiet place to sit and follow along. Thank you for being here. Okay. So I've already cleared the space, called in the Reiki. I've used some Palo Santo and used my singing bowl in my previous attempts at this video. So we might just skip that one for now. Okay. So I'll just take a nice deep breath in together. When you're ready, exhale. Calling Reiki here. So we'll start with the top, crown chakra, right here. For the sake of this meditation, please just picture a crown of your choice sitting atop of your head, and within the circumference of this crown, be a wide, bright, white light from the sky, just beaming straight down into the crown. You could have iridescence, you could have sparkles kind of spilling off of it as it pours down into the crown. I invite you to imagine it streaming down and coating you, your arms and legs and torso and neck and face and legs and feet, as if it's cleansing and clearing away any fear, any doubt, any shame, any guilt, any stagnant energy. For those of you who believe in a higher power, it could be God energy, or energy of Allah, or whatever you might believe. If you don't believe in a higher power, it could be the light of inspiration. It could be the light of hope, the light of clarity, whatever floats your boat. Deep breath in. Feels nice, actually. I'm a little buzzy already from it. Now from the 7th chakra, we'll head down to the 6th, the third eye. Okay? This represents your intuition, seeing the unseen, what's behind the veil for some. And this is represented by the color purple. So I'd like you to imagine either a gorgeous amethyst placed here on your lovely little forehead. Or you can picture a lighthouse or yourself as a lighthouse. You know how just below the top of the lighthouse you have this bright beaming light, but in this case, purple. Okay? And it's far reaching across the land and wide across the land and clear, crystal clear. In this moment of having intuition, this clarity of intuition, you can find peace in this moment knowing that you know all there is to know for right now. You don't see anything negative on the horizon, just here, breathing, peaceful. You struggle with doubt, with your intuition. Just play at it. Connecting with your intuition regularly. The more you do, it's like a muscle, the stronger it'll get. It's not just meant for the few, it's meant for everyone who wishes to tune in. Okay. Now we're heading from the 6th into the 5th throat chakra, center of creativity and communication. I picture this as sky blue, breath of life. Deep breath. When you're ready, exhale. So, creativity and communication, the breath of life. Picture it filling your lungs, all the nooks and crannies and spaces in your chest. Clear blue. Now, you may struggle with communication. It might be awkward for you, or there might be hard-earned conversations you have yet to have. But if we're here in this imaginary place, imagining all the colors and the levels and the chakras, why not in this imaginary plane imagine this conversation that you need to have? Whether it's with a loved one or anyone, whatever the case. And picture them on this imaginary plane. Pause if you need to take the time. And have this conversation. Say the things that you need to say to this person. Could be offering forgiveness or asking for forgiveness. Or saying goodbye when you didn't get to. Or even just offering yourself closure. Whatever it is. And in this moment of getting to say what it is you want and need to say, feel relief. You feel your shoulders drop. You're actually breathing deeper. Relief. Right? Even take the time to again imagine on this plane right now that you get a response. And whether you have doubts of get the response that you were hoping for or not, doesn't matter. It's offering you peace, bringing you clarity, softening your shoulders and deepening your breath in this moment. We'll take that as a gift. Awesome. Now we're head down to the next chakra, the heart chakra. And this is a gorgeous emerald green. For the sake of this meditation, let's picture it an emerald that's been chiseled out into the shape of a cup, and that there's this bright emerald green liquid filling into the cup. It's your heart energy, your love energy. And place your hands on your chest too, if you can, in this moment. Feel that warmth. Feel the love. That love you have sitting inside you. You can tap into it anytime. It is always there. You can always fill your cup. Sooner than later, that cup is going to spill over and overflow. Your cup runneth over. Have a second just for a little bit of gratitude for the love in your heart and gratitude for you. It wouldn't happen without you. You're part of the process. You struggle to feel love for yourself or love for anything or anyone. Particularly yourself. I send you love. So that you know that you are loved. You own love, so you are love itself. That's a pretty beautiful sentiment, in my opinion. You can fill your cup anytime, as I said. Awesome. Okay. Now we're heading down to the third chakra. I believe it exists right where your ribs meet in the front. If you wanted to have an idea of where to place your hands, if you felt the need. Now this is the sunshine yellow. And let's picture, for the sake of the meditation, let's picture it as a wheel. It's not spinning yet, but it will. All this love pouring down from this overfull cup trickles down, splashes on to your solar plexus. Slowly the wheel starts to move forward like a wheel in a wheelhouse. And as the wheel gets faster, the sunshine yellow of the wheel gets brighter and beams the light. Your solar plexus chakra is where we put our ideas and our desires into motion. So if we think of the inspiration of the seventh, the clarity and the knowing of the sixth, speaking into existence of the fifth, filling and the imbuing of love in the fourth, and pouring all down onto that sacral chakra and getting that into motion, happiness in motion, doing the things you want and need to do. Taking even 5 minutes a day to do the things that you love. Whether it's dancing to your favorite song, or singing along to it, or making your favorite meal, snuggling your dog or your loved one. All of those things fill the cup, yes, but also enhance your joy and put love into action. Take the time to do that. You're worth it. Every day, even just 5 minutes. And then we have the third chakra. No, second chakra. And that is our sacral chakra. And that's beneath that bright yellow spinning wheel, and this one is orange. So, like looking at a flame or a campfire. Sure, there's yellow, sometimes red, but in the middle is the orange. And this is where we receive pleasure. So, if you think of the solar plexus and the bright yellow, doing things that make you happy, the pleasure we receive from that is in the sacral chakra. Okay? And that can be from the food that we enjoy, the pleasure of the food that we eat. It can also be doing the things that we love. It can be the fire of metabolism. It can be the passion that we put into our projects or our work or intimacy with our partner. All of those beautiful things, the enjoyment of life right there. And that creates almost more enjoyment in itself, manifests. Let's just picture that flame getting brighter and broader. You feeling warmer, happier, more content, more excited about life. Okay. Now heading down to the root chakra. Now that emerald color, garnet, or ruby, not emerald, sorry, ruby. What I meant to say, the red color, really saturated, gorgeous red. And this was a tough one for me to do because it represents safety and security and your right to be here. And safety and security and feeling the right to be here as your true self is something that a lot of people struggle with or have that right stripped from them. That breaks my heart. But if you are one of those people who feels that you can't be your true self, you can be your true self here with me. I am your ally, as long as you're not bringing any harm to myself or to anyone else, or yourself, I guess I should say. Me either, not. Then I support you. I am your ally. I hope, it is my prayer that you are able to be your most bright, shining, authentic, beautiful self. I pray that you know and feel that you have the right to be here, and it is your duty to love your life and to do the things that light you up, to love yourself and to love others, just as you are. Now, you can picture that red color turning into roots and splitting off and running down your legs and into your feet and the earth, feeling your connection to Mother Earth, your connection to others, connection to Source, if you believe, to all your dreams. I hope that you get to feel the peace of knowing purpose, calm, and your right to be here. Sending all of my love out there. I hope this brings you peace, relaxation, and hope. If it does, feel free to visit it anytime you wish. Happy February. Happy returning of the light. I hope that things will continue to get better. Thanks. Bye.